is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV today. This Saturday night, NXT takes over Brooklyn as they come to the Barclays Center for the 4th edition of NXT Takeover Brooklyn, and we are here to go down the complete card right here and right now on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and now available on Spotify. It's the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Let's do it, shall we?
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
All right, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me is the greatest tag team in professional wrestling coverage, Thor the Sledgehammer, the wrestling god of thunder, and the official sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. My little buddy, my most trusted companion, and the world heavyweight champion of all the microphones in the entire galaxy. He is Mr. Blue. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 preview and predictions. We're not up to the review yet. That's still to come. We are more than 5 days away from this epic event, which is going to overshadow SummerSlam like it does each and every year since its inception. We have got 5 fantastic matches to go over, as I am going to be sitting in that arena once again. We were there for TakeOver 3. We are going to be there for TakeOver 4. If I haven't said it on this channel enough, I am super duper excited to be attending this year's event again. The matchups I'm getting this year make last year's card, which was fantastic, look like play school. And it's going to be a happening. We are going to get to those matchups in just a second. I just want to thank you guys once again for joining us during our SummerSlam Spectacular. 2 weeks so far we are running SummerSlam to make SummerSlam look like the lamest party of the summer that it is. SummerSlam is the greatest party of the summer, and it's happening right here on Sledgehammer TV, the official home of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, your source for news, rumors, highlights, reviews, previews, and your official home for House of Glory coverage, which the preview for House of Glory's upcoming event this week is on this channel live right now. Make sure you go and check it out, as well as everything else we got coming, because if you need to know about it, we got the hammer to bring it down on it, and SummerSlam is going to be no exception. So make sure you keep it locked in and you don't miss a thing by smashing that subscribe button right now. Make SummerSlam bigger and better than it could ever have been possible. And don't forget to like this video and share it with each and every one of your wrestling buddies all over the wrestling world, especially if they are looking forward to NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 the way I am, and it's going to be fantastic. Let's hit the match card screen. Let's go down the card right now, as we are probably going to kick off the night with a special grudge match between EC3 and the Velveteen Dream. The Velveteen Dream is a star-making machine, and EC3 has yet to really impress since he has been on the NXT roster. At least in my opinion, he needs a big-time match. He needs a big-time performance. Win or lose, he can do just that when he dances with the Velveteen Dream. A very interesting build, as these guys seem to have some sort of a one-upsmanship going on between one another. The Dream believes that he is the chosen one. EC3 is the top 1%. Which one is going to come out on top is what we are going to find out. My money right now is going with the Velveteen Dream. He is the hottest commodity in all of NXT. Although he probably doesn't need a win, he has not won a big-time match at an NXT TakeOver. He's been making his opponents look absolutely fabulous, and he looks like he needs a big high-profile win as well. EC3 could use the win, but a great performance here and losing to the Dream would probably do him no harm, and he could pick himself right back up and continue on his road in NXT. Maybe the Velveteen Dream gets called up sooner than later because he's just too big for everything going on down there, and if you're not going to put him in the championship contention, then why don't you just move him on up and try to give him life on a SmackDown? Keep him away from Raw. I'd rather them go to SmackDown with him. Maybe he could keep his character and his aura intact but I have no faith in the main roster creative to do that at all. They suck at doing tag team wrestling, but NXT does not, as the next matchup on this list is the NXT Tag Team Championship rematch for Mustache Mountain as they take on the Undisputed Era once again, following a very surprising and disappointing loss in the rematch that they had from the United Kingdom Championship Tournament weekend when Mustache Mountain won the Tag Team Championships from the Undisputed. The Undisputed would win the Tag Team Championships back due to Tyler Bate throwing in the towel on Trent Seven, who was in a precarious predicament, and Tyler Bate could not stand there and just watch his friend be hurt. So they subsequently lost the Tag Team Championships, and here we go at TakeOver Brooklyn. They get a shot at some revenge to try to get their titles back, and I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a great match. The Undisputed and Mustache Mountain on the road to this match have been putting on 4.5 star tag team classics, and they're absolutely fantastic. I love Tyler Bate. I love Trent Seven. I absolutely am into the Undisputed. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly will be the pairing still, as Bobby Fish is still out with injury, and it's going to be a fantastic match. I'm pulling for Mustache Mountain to win this, though. I'm a big fan of Mustache Mountain. I liked when they were champions. I thought it was going to do much more for the tag team division than it would around the waist of the Undisputed Era, but they are very big deal right now. It makes sense for them to be champions, and I would not be surprised to see them come out and retain their titles. But my pick to win is Mustache Mountain. The Undisputed Era has their hands full in this tag team match, but the remaining member of the Undisputed Era, the North American champion, Adam Cole, baby! He is going one-on-one against the one and only, the self-professed king, Ricochet. And this is a match that's got my blood just absolutely boiling to the point of anticipation where I can't even wait for this match to take place. I saw Ricochet in a match with the Amazing Red in House of Glory about a year back that will absolutely blow your mind. What you have seen from Ricochet on WWE TV has been fantastic as of late, but it is nothing compared to the potential that he has, and what he can unleash on your eyes is something absolutely spectacular. He is going to be dancing in the ring on this night against another one of professional wrestling's best in Adam Cole. A guy that when I look at him, he just simply reminds me of a young Shawn Michaels. The comparison is as clear as day. Not just that they facially look alike and that their, hair looks the same and whatever, but just his wrestling style, the way he goes out there and just gives you almost the best match of the night every single time he's out there. And he's going in there against one of the best opponents he could ever have. This match is going to probably be the one to steal the entire show, if it's even possible, given the main event that we are going to talk about in just a few minutes. But I'm going to go and say that Adam Cole retains in this scenario. I don't see Adam Cole losing the North American Championship just yet. He's had a pretty decent run with it thus far. Ricochet is another one like EC3. He's come in, he's had some decent matches. The North American Championship 6-man ladder match was fantastic. He was very good in, Adam Cole was very good in the War Games match. The potential for this match to really do great things is there, but I don't see Ricochet having what it takes to outsmart the wily and crafty Adam Cole, because he wants to stay the champ, baby. And don't be surprised if the Undisputed don't come out and help him do just that. So I'm going with Adam Cole in that scenario right there. We're going to continue on our road of gold as we move to the women's division in one of the coolest matchups that you are going to see all weekend long. We have a rematch from the Mae Young Classic 2017 finals with current NXT Women's Champion, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, going up against the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane, the only woman on the roster thus far to have bested Shayna Baszler in any way since she has come to the WWE. It is going to be very interesting to see how this match plays out. Baszler has been a dominant and absolutely vicious champion. She has been bullying the girls, terrifying the girls backstage, just having her way with competition that she knows is not on her level. But this is the one woman on the roster that Shayna Baszler, might actually be afraid of in Kairi Sane. She, like I said, is the only one to have beaten her already, so she comes prepared. And Shayna Baszler should watch her back, because Kairi Sane has a bag full of tricks on that pirate ship she sails around the world, and I bet she's bringing them with her. And if she hits that devastating elbow drop onto the chest of the Queen of Spades, it's going to be the end of her reign. And I'll tell you this much, if that is indeed what happens, and we see the crowning of Kairi Sane as the NXT Women's Champion at NXT TakeOver this Saturday, then I would not be surprised if Shayna Baszler gets called up to the main roster and is probably heavily featured in the upcoming Evolution pay-per-view, which would not be a bad business decision. But I love Shayna Baszler in NXT. I absolutely enjoy her as the Women's Champion, and I am picking her to win. I don't think Kairi Sane is going to be able to one-up her in this case. I think Shayna Baszler from a year ago at the Mae Young Classic is not the same Shayna Baszler that we are seeing today, and she is going to prove that when she wraps up and taps out Kairi Sane this Saturday. And I'm going to be there screaming my heart out, telling the whole world, I told you so, because I think there's a whole lot more that Baszler can offer the women's division down there than Kairi Sane can as their head champion right now. And unless their plans are to move her up to the main roster, there is no reason to have a title change here. So I hope that that is not the case. Kairi Sane's first championship title match. Will it end in glory? Maybe, maybe not. What will not end in glory is our WWE NXT Heavyweight Championship matchup. This was scheduled to be a triple threat match between Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Aleister Black, based off of everything you have seen happen on NXT throughout the last few weeks. Johnny Gargano is the sole reason why Tommaso Ciampa is the champion right now. Aleister Black knows this. He attacked Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano fully taking the blame, but Aleister Black giving him what he believed he deserved. This was going to lead up to a triple threat match. And then last week on NXT television, we see Aleister Black laid out after the show in the parking area, obviously going to be done by a Tommaso Ciampa. I believe the mystery is still outstanding. But the best thing about this, there is a good and a bad. The bad thing is I'm not going to get to see Aleister Black again at NXT TakeOver. The good thing is, I'm not going to get to see Aleister Black at NXT TakeOver because I am getting a last man standing match in the most brutal and most emotional, most gut-wrenching feud the WWE maybe has ever produced all time. The intensity level has been turned up on Gargano and Ciampa just slightly each and every time these guys cross paths. And if you're gonna put them in a scenario where they pretty much just have to beat the shit out of each other until one or the other cannot reach their feet by the count of 10, we are going to witness some brutality. This is a best friendship gone bad, with bad blood that has been boiling for months. And the fact that Gargano gifted Ciampa with the championship has got to be killing him. And he's going to do whatever it takes to get that belt off of Tommaso Ciampa. WWE's probably hating this right now, because I'm sure Triple H's plan was to extend this feud, as great as it has been, to WrestleMania, because that's the biggest takeover of the year. And I thought we would get finality or conclusion there. Or maybe even possibly before then. Maybe he wanted to end it all at the next NXT Chicago, where the whole feud truly began, bringing it full circle and having Gargano finally have his moment in Chicago. That possibly was the plan. But Aleister Black getting hurt in this scenario, forcing them to go one-on-one, is either handcuffed them into giving Ciampa a win again over Gargano, which, to me, how many times are you going to give Johnny a shot at that point? So how are you going to justify him in that main event spot a few months down the line? Or you're just going to have Ciampa win, or you're going to have Gargano win, and Ciampa is going to be the one searching for revenge and finally have it end later on down the line with a definitive second victory in a row for Johnny Gargano, possibly. Those are the only ways I can really see it going. Neither one of them is truly bad, but I believe for creative in NXT and their plans that they had for the near future, I don't think this is really what they had in mind. This is probably a plan B, but they're going with it, and I couldn't be happier because I'm going to get to witness this in person, as I am going to be, like I said, in Brooklyn, and I wish you guys were going to be there with me, but at the very least, you will be here with me, because the reviews don't stop, just like the previews don't stop all week long. This channel is your official source for everything you need all through SummerSlam, because we are turning SummerSlam into SummerSlam, like we said at the beginning. Please, guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed today's show and you made it to the end today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share it with everybody that you know. Let's get the word out. Let's get this channel over 1,000 subscribers before we hit SummerSlam Sunday. I would really appreciate it if you did that. I love each and every one of you bastards that have subscribed over the last 2 weeks. SummerSlam has been a hit thus far. I'm very, very happy with it. Let's just get to the goal, and it starts with you. You can help me get there. You are fucking awesome for watching this show. I am awesome for making this show. I am awesome because I'm going to be continuing to bring you the best professional wrestling coverage in all of YouTube with all the fancy doodads. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do it for every show. The reviews, don't expect to see any of this for any of the reviews, all these special things that I'm doing. But previews allow me enough time to get a little fancy. So I'm doing it up special for you guys to celebrate SummerSlam. We ain't giving you your standard, I'm just a guy in my basement talking shit. We are a one-man media studio, and we are bringing you the absolute best that we can. I hope you guys enjoyed everything we have for you today. We are going to fully enjoy ourselves all weekend long as we are set to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. SummerSlam Sunday. Big day here. 2 full years here on YouTube, and I have each and every one of you guys to thank for it. You guys fucking rock. Thank you guys so much. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is Thor the Sledgehammer, the official Sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show and the Wrestling God of Thunder. And not only do we have gods, we have champions over here. We got Blue, the snowball microphone, Mr. Blue. Excuse me, sir. The heavyweight champion of all the microphones in the whole entire universe. We are thankful that you guys have joined us here for our NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 preview and prediction show, and we hope to see you on the flip side as we bring you the reviews, probably some snapshots maybe I'll be able to throw up in there. Don't forget to be following me on Twitter, as I'm going to be trying to live tweet things all night long. Maybe I'll try to do a Facebook Live, even just for a few minutes, just to introduce you guys to me when I get there, show you guys the inside of the arena, but it will be for nothing if you're not following us on the Facebook page. So check out the Facebook fan page, facebook.com/The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Follow me on Twitter, @NickNightmare is the handle, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we are going to see you all week long, because it's SummerSlam week. SummerSlam is in effect, and we got you covered on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much. Keep your eye out for me in the crowd. No signs this year. No signs this year. This was last year's sign. No signs this year. But if you spot me, shout me out and hit me up on social media. Thank you guys all so very much. Like I said, that's going to do it. We're out of here. We'll see you.